On a plateau, deep in the Judean desert, stands a peculiar rock formation that has baffled historians for centuries. Mainstream scientists dismiss it as nothing but a pile of rocks, but ancient Israeli theorists suggest that it could have been used as something more.
If you look at the rocks really closely, then they start to look like something entirely different.
Was this once used as a palace for a king? Or even a fortress in the last stand of a rebellion? Located less than a mile from the Masada Tourist Center, in 1838, Edward Robinson and Eli Smith stumbled upon a strange rocky formation on the top of a steep cliff. Upon closer examination, it appeared that the rocks were arranged in geometric patterns. Could it be possible that these were laid by human hands? And if so, for what purpose? Ancient Israeli theorists think they know the answer.
You know, you look at mainstream science and all they say is it's just some stones stacked on top of each other, and it happens naturally all the time. But in my opinion, this doesn't look like it could have been done by anything other than a human. And one thing humans are known to do is that they go to war. And what place would you want to be when you go to war? You want to be on the ground, where everyone can get to you and attack you, or you want to be up on the cliff, out of reach?
If people really were using Masada as a fortress, then what were they hiding from?
The historian Flavius Josephus mentions a place called Masada. Now, there's no way to be sure the Masada he mentions is the same Masada we're talking about today. But, what if it was? Once you take this as the assumption, so many more things start to fall into place. You see, around the time that Josephus wrote about this place called Masada, the Romans were fighting a rebellion from the Jews. And do you know what place the Jews lived in? Israel. You know what's also in Israel? Masada.
Further away from the cliff, we can see traces of a structure that may have once been there. Was this a wall built by the Romans to siege the Jews in Masada? Or is it just a pile of rocks, like modern science suggests?
The Romans were known for constructing many things. Among those things were walls. And it's entirely possible that the Romans could have built a wall around Masada as they sieged the rebels.
Newer evidence suggests that the people known as the Sicarii, a splinter group of the Jewish zealots, might have made Masada their home. Who was this mysterious group, and what were they after?
The word Sicarii comes from the plural form of Sicarius, or more literally, daggerman. The group of people was known to carry out assassinations on Romans and anyone associated with it. If the Jews were rebelling against the Romans, then you better bet the Sicarii would want to join in.
Modern science dismisses Masada, but ancient Israeli theorists know that there's more going on. A vaguely fortress-shaped structure on top of a cliff, traces of a long-forgotten siege, and a mysterious group of assassins rebelling against a superpower. Perhaps there's even more to ancient Israel than modern science would suggest, just waiting on a cliff in a desert somewhere.